So,
Yay!
Julie, thank you so much. I really wanted to talk to you because although we haven't lived the same place, we have been from different cultures, but I consider you one of my best friends. And I always, yeah, it's in my heart. Do, I love you so much. I do admire what you do, the message you send, and all the trainings you do. We have been to courses together, we have been to summits together, and it's always a pleasure to talk to catch up. And I really wanted to get your insight on fitness. And since we are both based, you were actually, and I am now based in Middle East. I think it's nice for people in Middle East to hear any possible obstacles about moving to a new country, and due to our culture of getting too much sugar and very fatty foods, homemade fatty foods. So maybe it would help people to get insight on someone who's active, who's been training a lot, and has done education. So tell us about you, yeah, the cat is here. Tell us about you and what you want to share. What's your journey?
Yeah. First, thank you so much for the introduction. I also consider you my best friend and love you so much. And I believe we had really nice interactions when we were meeting during education courses and during summits. And we are aligned on so many things. And I learned so much from you during the courses and the summits. And it was always nice to hang out with you. And also going out after the education and the courses and the studies. To answer your question, I really want to focus on people in the Middle East, although I'm not living in the Middle East anymore. But I believe there is a huge cultural change at the moment, especially with young people, and they are aware of the importance of fitness and the importance of a healthy diet. What I mean by healthy diet is not like not eating. It's about what to eat and what you fuel your body with, because it affects your mood, it affects your health. And I feel that the role of people like us who train a lot and are into a continuous education is to help maybe other people who are aware of the importance of fitness and a healthy diet, but are not able to apply it into their daily life. And what I try to say through my social media platforms or through my conversations with my friends is that I know it's easy to say, yeah, everything is possible. If I can do it, you can do it. But also I try to tell them how to do it. It's not like only saying speeches. It's like, for example, one of the reasons why I chose TRX, because really there is no excuse. I just take it with me wherever I travel and use it anytime, anywhere. And this is what I love about this discipline. So I tell them, you can use TRX or you can use your own body weight and train. It's only required from you to have really like serious 30 minutes training 5 days a week. You can do it at home, finish your work or before you start working and do it. And also I help people by giving them programs that are like, if somebody is at the entry level, I give them like an overall body weight exercises program that is like conditioning them, but also allowing them to move. And it's like diversified. It's diversified in terms of exercises, how you can move and be active.
That's a beautiful message. That's a beautiful journey. Yeah, I think giving them ways to do so. When you tell them that you can move anywhere, okay, this is the way you can do this. This is how to. And actually, our education at TRX is all about teaching people how to apply progression, how to load the movements, how to perform movements in a safe way that you wouldn't injure yourself or your clients. So join the courses. Actually, we met at the courses, at the TRX education courses. Why did you join the courses? What was your reason?
Yes. So basically, when I first started working out, it was maybe we get to the question later why I got to training, but I'm always driven to new things, to challenging things, to unique things. And when I was at the gym training, I was attending courses at the beginning because I was just a beginner trying to understand and figure out what is like to work out. And I was attending abs classes. I was attending like full body workout, blast, boot camp classes, and then spinning classes. And then, oh my God, I attended the TRX class. And I remember I did a training on a Friday, and then on Saturday, I had a wedding. I was not able to walk with my high heels. I was not able to sit on the toilet, and I'm like thinking about the straps, how we were using them, and it intrigued me. Like the straps, the gear itself, it was for me something unique that I never saw before. The way it works with the adjustments and the positions that you have to do, and the workouts, and I'm like, wow, this is fascinating. And since I'm a geek and I'm a nerd, I want always to learn more and just go deep and be extreme and like overdo everything I do. So I'm like, I need to get TRX education. I'm like, oh, it's close to Lebanon. It's in Dubai. Okay, let's go. And then meet with
Yeah. And then we met. So the reason you got into the education, it was because you wanted to know more and how you can perform workouts on your own whenever you are, wherever you are.
Yes. Also, there was always this idea that I want to teach people, but I cannot teach them if I don't know well the material. So I don't like to be an imposter, you know. I wanted to be well informed so that I can help other people. And this is why I pursued the education. I pursued the education. Also, the idea that you can take it anywhere with you. It's just like a small, tiny bag where you can put it inside it and just take it with you, even on like the carry-on or your backpack. For me, that was amazing because I love convenience as well.
Yes, and it's so light and it's so effective.
Yes.
It's insane when you travel, when you want to keep your workout routine. It's a blessing. You get to move everywhere and you get to experience the intensity you want to.
Exactly.
You don't have to just deal with simple light body weights, because I really love intensive workouts on the suspension trainer and it gets me going, and that's the reach, the equipment and the possibilities.
Exactly.
So I really wanted to ask you about your experience, about the life in Berlin and obstacles, challenges, any successful stories of living in Berlin. Can you tell us more?
Yes, of course. So living in Berlin is very, very nice. I love this country. I love Germany. I love that this country gave me this opportunity to accept me. What I love about Berlin is that the freedom that it gives you as a person, especially as a woman from the Middle East. What I love about it is like I'm seen as a person, not even as a woman. Like I'm respected for just being a human being. And people keep saying, "Oh, German people are so they're not nice. They're very rude." And to be very honest, I've been here for 4 years almost, and German people are so nice to me, to be very honest. And they were very helpful. I never encountered any issue or like instance where I was annoyed. On the contrary, people are here helping me a lot. Not only Germans, because in Berlin it's very international, and they would tell you Berlin is not the rest of Germany, but also I've traveled around in Germany and I've been having the same experience. But also learning German is helping me to to interact better, and they appreciate that you try to speak their language. I mean, I live in this country, and it's important that you respect also their culture. So what, as I said, the highest value that I appreciate in my life is freedom, and this is what the country here offers you, to be a free being. But also, it's crazy how much people work out, and it's crazy how much people are serious about being active. And when I go to the gym, I see, oh my God, I'm so petite compared to European people. Like, really, they live in a crazy way. I'm always like the bottom of the class, which is okay because they're really strong and they're huge people, like even the women. And in Lebanon, I'm a tall person. I'm a tall person, but in Germany, trust me, I'm petite. So I'm learning from them. I'm learning from them to be dedicated, to be consistent. They're so consistent, so dedicated, so focused, and they're so humble. I love that. They're so humble, and they know what they're doing, and I love that. I love that they're knowledgeable, consistent, and disciplined, and I love that too.
You mentioned being humbled. I have this idea of my people, of my culture. Sometimes I think people fail to get the concept of being more humble.
Yeah.
Like, it's we don't have to always be know-it-all. We don't have to always be like, I know what's best, what's working best, and I know more than you. It's not about that. We share insights, we share ideas.
Yeah.
Had you ever had this thought of that maybe people in Middle East need to be more humble, or no, it's something in my culture?
Um, maybe there were some instances where people think they know everything, especially if they have a big gym, or
Yeah.
if they have a lot of followers, or if they did pursue a very good education, or they have a lot of clients, or they have top-notch clients. They tend to be a bit showing off a bit, and to be very honest, specifically in Germany, people are very low profile. They're very discreet and secretive about their lives. You cannot take pictures everywhere. You need to get consent from people if you're taking a video or something. And they're very discreet, and they prefer that their actions speak about their work more than talking and reacting. And I really learned from them how to be humble in a way where you can say your opinion, but also consider that maybe somebody else has another point of view, and you need to accept different point of views. And actually, it's not about being right. It's really learning about what is best for people's health or lives or exercises. Like here, some of my friends are so much into sports, and some of them were athletes or competing into competitions, and they tell me sometimes information, and I'm like, they give me aha moments, and I accept that I of course don't know everything, and I don't know better than anybody else. So I believe here humbleness is combined also with low profile in the culture, where people are like they cherish this. Also, like, there is a gym always writing on their board about being humble. Like, they remind the attendees at the gym to be humble. And this is amazing, because when you are humble, you have empathy, and when you have empathy, you really understand the other person. So that's what is it about. It's not about being the best. It's nice to be the best, but also it's nice to keep it for you and let the people say something about you, not you saying about yourself.
That's true, because it's nice that you don't really need to be the best. You can try to learn more to help people. You can try to learn more to educate people. Through that journey, you can also be more educated. My problem is that people tend to choose tend to apply the idea that what I do is the best thing one can do in the world. And it's not like that. You don't have to be so radical about everything, about even the method that they are training. You see, it's so popular now all over the world with running clubs, with cycling clubs, with CrossFit and other. There are many ways to train. There are many clubs, many communities. I'm not claiming that everyone is like this, but I've seen so many people are so proud of, are so uh, like I'm doing the best thing in the
Yes.
world, and you just don't get it. It's
Yes.
not like that.
I mean, you
And I'm
can be the best in something, but not in everything. And that's a huge difference.
yeah, and I'm so glad that where you are living now is the culture is slightly different, because I remember we were talking at the summit. We were talking about speakers, about presenters, and you were saying that one of the speakers, you were saying how humble he is, how nice.
Yeah.
He's really actually teaching people stuff, and that got me thinking. That got me thinking that nice. It's a value to be humbled. So yeah, let's be more humble. Let's be whenever we can do. Let's be humble. Let's help people. Let's teach people or learn something whenever you can. So,
Exactly.
and also people are actually more into sports and more active life in Germany, right?
Yes, I noticed that. Like, it's really crazy. First, like I mean, I know there is population density more than in Lebanon, for example, but I see like from multiple ages, people are working out, like from youngsters to like really old people working out and being on the move, and at least walking in the park, like, and I think that's fascinating and that's amazing. And everybody's using the bike, and not everybody, but most of the people, like I see a huge difference between my country, where if like a portion of the very small portion of the population is active, but the rest is like inactive. And I see here like people know that they need to move, and they're used to it since they are kids. They learn how to ride a bike, for example. Like you see 2 years old riding a bike. I'm like, what? Like very small.
How could you find a bike to suit you? You're so small, yeah.
So cute.
Okay, so and what are the obstacles of moving into a new country? Did you have any obstacles, or not really?
I mean, in my case, since my move was related to a job that was already like waiting for me here, so the process was smooth because there were requirements, and the requirements were met, and this is how um, the move happened. Maybe it's different when somebody is coming from a war country, or like they have a different process, and I feel everyone. I mean, it was not easy for me to leave Lebanon. This decision was the hardest, and to be here on my own and start from scratch again after the crisis in Lebanon, like lost everything. I mean, I'm not the only one. A lot of Lebanese people also lost everything. And for me, the decision was to leave my family and my country. That was the hardest. Here, I feel that I can really focus on my growth. This country is allowing me to be calmer, to be focused, because I have the bare minimum rights like electricity, water, infrastructure. So I have the bare minimum so that I can focus on my growth and learn more, as you said. And it's teaching me to be calmer and not be on a stress wheel all the time, because in Lebanon, every now and then you have a new surprise and you are always waiting for that next adventure. So here, like, Really, it's calm. It's like it allows you to focus on yourself.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, Julie. You
Yeah.
really deserve this, the calmness, the focus to grow. And I think you do train a lot, but are you into coaching or do you do personal trainings?
Yes. I was doing a little bit of coaching and personal training, also like low profile, as people don't like here to like take videos and pictures. I was training few people, and it's been really really nice. But since my job is taking, I have full-time job is taking like a lot of responsibility with me from me, since I am head of product at a fintech. Um, but I do want to have a certain process in my work where I finish on time, and then I can definitely give more classes or more PTs. Of course, centered and focused on the TRX suspension trainer. So I'm looking forward to that. I already started a bit last week, and looking forward to focus more on that. And hopefully I can get consent from the trainees and post more on social media to encourage people to train more and to be active.
That's so beautiful. We can, I don't know, it just pops up. We can do something together if you find it relevant. I don't know anything. We can do posts or anything. Just let me know if you're interested because I told you the cat would boo boo. We can't use all the time. Yeah, I'm just it just popped up. We can do something together to deliver the message. I don't know what. I don't know when.
We can
Just
think about it. We can think about it. I mean, if I go to Lebanon, for example, for 1 or 2 weeks, I don't know if you can come over. We can do something there. We can think about it. A lot of ideas.
that would be nice because we share the same values. And I also wanted to ask you, what got you into the journey
Yeah.
of training and moving more?
Yes. Okay, this is a bit emotional because what got me into this is my dad. He got diabetes when I was maybe 15 years old. So I was his best friend, and I was actually the person. He taught me how to drive because he was not able to see well anymore because of diabetes. So I was driving him to the doctor's appointments. And every doctor we were seeing, like every doctor, they were telling my dad, you need to move, you need to break a sweat. Literally, one doctor, he told him that you need to break a sweat, you need to move, and you need to have a healthy diet, and then you can definitely live longer. And that really sinked in like over almost 10 years. And losing him at 25, I was 25, he was 56. It shook me because we were really like, I was his best friend, his assistant, his best friend, his confidant, his like everything. And then I saw him like how he was losing his health year after year because he was just not moving. He was just not having a healthy diet. And that broke me because for me at least, again, I don't know, I don't want to judge him, because for me it was unfair that I lost him. Because for me at the moment what I can do is to be active, to be I am made to move, to encourage other people to also be active and to be healthy, because I want to live longer for the people who love me and who depend on me, or who it's selfish not to be healthy. It's selfish not to be on the move, because I know that some people, they love me and they rely on me, and we need each other. So my duty and my core belief is to be healthy and to be active. So after I lost my dad, I'm like, okay, it's that easy. I just need to move. Okay, let's do it. I just need to be active. I need to eat healthy. And like also like medicine has evolved a lot these days, and actually I'm doing a lot of tests because both of my parents had strokes, and I'm doing a lot of tests at the moment to see if I am at risk, because I want to take all the precautions possible to live longer. I mean, I might die tomorrow, but I'm doing my homework at least, and towards me, towards my body, and towards the people around me who love me.
That's so beautiful. That's a strong story. That's so personal, and thanks for sharing. I know how touching it is. I know how hard it is to watch people you love get sick, and you being in the process. As I've mentioned, my dad is. Have you also read the book Outlive by Peter Attia?
No,
Or
no, but also send it to me, please.
I will send it to you. That's so rich and so beautiful. The You were mentioning about your parents having strokes and the background of diabetes. It reminded me of the book. There are sections. There are sections about diabetes. There are sections about cardiovascular diseases, and
Amazing. Please,
and
I would love to read it. And also, I really like Peter Attia, how he thinks and how he teaches us also.
yeah, he's a great teacher. And at the end, he says there's no stronger cure or no stronger way to prevent diseases than to exercise.
I know. This is
Yeah. And there's nothing more powerful than exercising and moving. I will send you. There's also this podcast about zone 2 training, since I realized since you've been running.
yes. I'm always battling between zone 2, 3, 4.
You're not alone. Every athlete who goes to cycling, they also battle with zone 2, zone 3, and they want to keep it on zone 2 because, as you might also know, the zone 2 is the place you will get stronger.
Exactly. This is where my friend, she keeps telling me, I mean, she's preparing and I say hi to her, to Sophia. She's preparing all our running programs. And she's like, Julie, when I tell you to stay in zone 2, stay in zone 2. And I'm a person who's always in a hurry. And she's like, why are you reaching zone 3? I told you just keep that pace. And she's like, this is where you're gonna grow, this is where you're gonna have more endurance, and if you are fatigued with a long distance, you will not be able to do them. Like, I understand that, but I want to be
fast. Yeah, but that's the key. If you stay in zone 2, you will get faster.
Yeah.
And as you might also know that I'm just mentioning this for people who might learn that when you train in zone 2, you will increase your mitochondria capacity, and you will increase the function of mitochondria. So that will help with the energy system. Exactly. That will help the body to get adapted. That's why I'm just telling this for anyone who's listening to or watching to the fact that staying in zone 2 helps people to build more endurance. That will get the runners to.
Yeah. Maybe you can tell the people what is the role of mitochondria. I know it in French, in producing the energy ATP, and maybe in a simplified way, just for them to understand in zone 2 what mitochondria does to produce the energy and how it fuels our working muscle in a better way. Maybe for them to understand what we are talking about.
That's great. I will actually. Thanks for suggesting. I will record the voice for them in Farsi, because I think it would be hard for some people to understand mitochondrial role in English. So yeah, thanks for the suggestion. It's so strong, and staying in zone 2 will help. And I know it's hard. It's a hard thing.
Yeah.
I don't run. I go for walks, and it's hard for me to go further from zone 1. Can you
Yeah.
imagine how fast?
Yeah, I mean, to go from zone 1 to zone 2 to zone 3, it's just about practice. And if you like it, if you like running, and if you like to work with your how your intensity levels changes, so that how your breathing is changing, so that how your endurance is changing, to move between the zones, you have to like that, actually, to be into it. It just takes practice.
Yeah, it takes practice. And I know I'm in zone 3, zone 4 in my training. And when I walk, I'm stuck in zone 1. So I'm doing everything besides doing zone 2, and it's killing me. I don't know what to do.
I mean,
I should,
it's okay, because you are moving into different zones, into different training programs, which is okay. And some people just don't like to run or do intensity training, so that they really see how to play and control how they want to be in which zone. So it's okay. I mean, what matters is that you're moving, and I know for sure that you know how you set your programs and your training programs, and I think that's what matters.
yeah, but I would love any tips, anything you find accurate, you find helpful. I would love that. Please tell me anything more.
Yes, definitely. I can definitely tell you later how to move from zone 1 to zone 2. Honestly, at the moment, without doing any research, I don't see it without doing a small sprint between the walks. Like, for example, you walk 2 minutes and then you sprint 30 minutes, 30 seconds. And this is how you start playing with your heart rate. And this is how you can see yourself moving to another zone. But I'm not sure like how much you should be walking and how much you should be sprinting to actually move to the next zone and then to rest, because I don't think with walking it's possible to move between the zones. I'm not sure how you can move the intensity, maybe adding weight on you, or I need to make a small research about this.
Thank you. I will also do that. I think maybe I should change something. Maybe I should change the road that I
Maybe
did one.
inclination, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe it might help. I think I've been adapted so much to the same
Yeah.
road that I don't change between zones. I'm stuck in zone 1, and I really want to do zone 2 because it's
Maybe
yeah,
add weights, maybe, or like body weight, not body weight, like gilet, a jacket with weight. It can help, maybe.
maybe I will try that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tips. I would also, like mentioned, love anything to know more. And I actually really want to know more about running. Maybe sometime later we can catch up on that. Because I've seen there are so many people interested in running, and I'm trying to find ways to help them, to get them more information that would increase their performance while running.
Yeah. Um, so it depends on what is their goal. For example, now I'm training for a half marathon, so I'm basically having at the moment 2 runs per week and another training program and 1 TRX session. But I will increase the running sessions for example, 3 times a week, because I have certain target for the half marathon. So first run is like a long, easy run, which is supposed to be zone 1, like green zone, or zone 2 in the end, maybe. And then another one with repetitions. The other one is also kind of a long run, but it includes repetitions and intervals. And the weight training is based on how to strengthen hips, glutes, but also other parts of the body to help you move better while you are running. But also I'm using the TRX. Since all my training is focused on the lower body, I'm using the TRX at the moment once a week to do push-pull using it. So that's at the moment my training to help people, to help runners or people who want to get into running. It really depends on their goal. And based on that, you can set their training and their running programs.
Yeah. Of course. Are you doing rotation too?
You mean rotation in the training?
Yeah, in your training with the TRX system
Yes,
or just
definitely.
push and pull?
Yes, so I do use a bit of rotation, but also while training on Wednesday, I do also use rotation. And speaking of rotation, when I'm programming some programs for people, and when I'm training them, since I mentioned that I train them, I always tell them not to forget um, uh, this plane of motion, which is rotating. Uh,
Yeah,
rotating up and down, because we know that the body is all linked from top to down, and it's very important that you learn how to rotate, because the body moves in all planes of motion. So it's important not to forget rotation.
yeah. And to get the power by the hips to generate the rotation or resist rotation, I think it helps a lot with runners too.
Yes, I've also seen that, because also in previous classes, some of the tennis trainers was attending my class, because he noticed that I plan my program by introducing not only upper lower body, it's like really the foundational movements, if it is like a full body workout, but also including rotation. And he noted, because it helps the tennis players, and he's
Yeah,
like, because also he plays tennis, and he's like, I want to come to your class because you really makes us move in the all planes of motion. And it was like, I don't do it only for me, but people are really noticing the importance of having a constructive program to train.
that's so great. I'm so glad that you've been also training the rotation movement because I've heard because we have learned this in our education journey, but
Yeah.
I've heard there are so many people talking about rotation, and it makes me happy that
Nice.
other people are starting to realize the importance of
Yeah.
training rotation.
Yeah.
And I'm so fascinated, Julie, by the amount of knowledge the education journey delivers, TRX education journey, in a
Amazing.
simple way.
Yeah.
It's
Amazing.
amazing. The more you dive, the more you get into it. Your mind is blown by the simplicity and effectiveness of the system.
Amazing. Each course for me taught me something. Like really, each course I took with TRX, like the STC taught me there are foundational movements. Really, in STC, I was amazed because I was just like learning about fitness. It was
Foundational movement.
I learned about the foundational movements and how to really move and the correct way to do it. And then in the functional training course, the FTC, about functional training and not only using the TRX. And I loved they taught us how to use other modalities and the barbell, the dumbbell, the kettlebell, the slam balls, everything. It was wow, fascinating. They taught me everything about fitness, and also the GTC, AGTC, and how to teach a group, how to write a program. Also in the sports medicine. I mean, it was crazy how they really emphasized that we are not doctors, but if someone having an injury or getting out of an injury, how really TRX is effective based on a lot of studies, helping people getting better and healing from injuries. I love TRX, like really.
Yeah, I really do. The most simple and effective way. I didn't know you took sports medicine. Did you do it in Dubai?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think we didn't do it together. I did it with Riwa
Ah, okay. Where did you do it?
in Dubai. With it was just me and Riwa.
Ah, Riwa. I did it actually. It was a big group when I did it. And I think it was combined with the FTC. So I did the FTC one day and then I'm not sure. No, actually, it
I
was
think
STC and the sports medicine. And for me, because when I did the sports medicine, it was hard for me to understand because I still did not I was not too much into education. It was hard for me to understand a bit, but every time I go back to the book, I still have it. Now I understand it in a more easy way. Yeah, so I advise people maybe to do STC, FTC, and then SMTC, sports medicine. I mean, all my education and knowledge, I got it from TRX, but from there it grew a lot because it gave me guidance and understanding. And now I know what to read and how much I want to keep myself involved into this education as well.
Yeah, I do. I have learned everything from TRX, and then, like you mentioned, evolved all the concepts, all the simple things. So, Julie, I understand you're on the run and you need to go, and I really appreciate the time you took, all the topics we discussed, and of course, we'll be in touch. We'll discuss more later, and we can always.
Can I post this on social media?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That would be great. I will share the link to this video to you.
Yeah.
Also,
amazing. You can I wanted to say thank you so much for this talk. It's really amazing to talk with you. You brought on a lot of important topics, and I hope we spoke in a simple way so that like experts in fitness, of course, they will understand it was too simple for them. But also, I want people who are like not into fitness topics would understand what we were speaking about and the importance of movements. And as you said, the importance of staying humble, being kind, and trust me, I don't know better than anyone. In the contrary, I'm learning every day, and I learn from people like you. And I'm so blessed to have people like you in my community and keep talking about health, fitness, and we are made to move.
Thank you so much, Julie. Same here. It's an honor to be in touch with you. I learn a lot from you. I get inspired from you. And I do love the fact that we are in the same community, and I really wish we can grow the community and help more people to move, to understand the importance of moving more. Okay, I really don't want to take you much more of your time. Go enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend.
You too.
And we'll talk to you later.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.